Dale. Cold, wet, snowing, freezing. Typical that I'm off this week. Okay, so a little bit of an update, and then I wanted to have a bit of a waffle about my army list that I planned for these Japanese. So we'll run over that in a minute. So if you're painting, I might waffle on a bit, but I'll give you something to listen to while you're painting. I haven't quite finished these yet. I've still got the green to highlight up. This Japanese army so far, the same guys, all these stick fighters. More to the mortar's painted as well. I haven't glued it on yet because I'm going to do the base first, before otherwise I'll just end up dry brushing all the mortar. I didn't have any 60mm bases, so they're on a 70mm, but I've ordered some tufts from Tajima Tufts, them big kind of scenic ones. I'll put some cork and stuff on there. We'll do a bit of a quick flyby, shall we? So I've got a sniper team, a flamethrower team, which I haven't even got in my list, but I painted it because I've got the model. I lost one of the bases somewhere, so I'm missing a base, which is annoying. So there's guys I painted before. I haven't decided how I'm going to base them yet, which is why they're all still unbased. And they're the guys I'm working on now. Hang on a minute. I'll go with that one. So with these, I've painted a little. I mean, it's just black lines. Obviously, up close you can see. From distance, it looks like there's some kind of markings on there. So that's them, boys. Right, so this is the waffle bit. So what I've done, I'm going to put it here and I'll lift the camera up. So we'll go over the list. So this is my basic reinforced platoon. It is 997 points, and you get 17 dice. So we've got a first lieutenant and one guy with him, and they're both mounted. That's regular, 95 points. Political officer, he's an experienced, 15 points. And I've gone for 4 native irregulars, SMGs, and they're veterans. They can special deploy, so they can deploy up front. So I've got 2 units of them, and they can set up in ambush. So that's quite handy. Then I've got 14 bamboo spear fighters, green with tank grenades. Same again. I've got 6 cavalry, which are tough fighters. They're regulars. 2 units of them. And the officer, first lieutenant, will go with them. Snap to them 2 cavalry units and go with him. Then I've got an MMG, which is regular. 3 suicide bombers, inexperienced. An anti-tank rifle, just for another pin. Sniper, it says regular, but he's actually a veteran sniper. A Type 38, Type 95 Kurragane MMG, that's regular, 38 points. And a captured M3 Stuart, because it's on its own. It's got the hull MGs, but I've given it recce because it's on its own. I'm not 100% sure how recce works now in the new edition. So the plan with this army is basically start pinning stuff up with them guys. Run them to bamboo spear fighters forward. Even if they take casualties, it doesn't matter. They've got the Banzai special rule, and they are fanatics. Cavalry will move up with the officer, so you've got a lot of stuff running towards you quickly. MMG, purely for pins. Medium mortar. Anything that's pinned up badly, I'll be targeting with a mortar because they won't be moving. Anti-tank rifle. No good against heavy armour. That's what the bamboo spear fighters are for, with the tank grenades, but it could pop another pin on someone. Veteran sniper. Always take veteran snipers because they're harder to kill. 3 suicide bombers. That's going to be board control as well. So I can pop them in buildings or woods or something and just keep placing them down. It just gives me extra dice. And any tanks going anywhere near them are going to get dead. Me Type 95 MMG. That is just a little Jeep really. And it's got a medium machine gun in it for 38 points. So it's a mobile medium machine gun platform. More pins. And the captured M3 Stuart. It's got a light howitzer I think, a hull MMG, 2 hull LMGs that have to fire at the same target, and a pintle mounted, not a pintle, a coaxial MMG. So that can pick out 3 different targets and pop pins on 3 different targets. Why wouldn't you? So as you can see, the whole idea of the army is to pin everything up with this. Pin the life out of it. Spearfighters, cavalry, go in and do the combat. And because they're all fanatics, they don't just get destroyed if they lose combat. They just stay there and carry on fighting, so I can tie units up with them. Very useful. And also, because I usually got tank grenades, I'll just surround, if I get near a tank and don't get killed on the way in, they'll just surround the tank so it can't run away. So next time it's auto hit, or hitting on 2s, something like that. So that's my first list. Please excuse my scruffy handwriting. Now, if you're allowed a theatre selector, I'm thinking I might take this list instead. Really scruffy, sorry about that. So I've got a regular second lieutenant, and he's got a guy with him. I'll give them both SMGs, so they get tough fighters. Now this one I'm not sure of, because it says you have to take 2 IJA platoons, but it says any Japanese infantry can replace IJA. So what I've done here is I've got Island Warfare fighters again. Sorry, I've got 1 squad of Island Warfare fighters and native regulars. Now, if you're not allowed them, somebody out there will know, because I'm not 100% sure. If you have to just take IJA, I can replace them with IJA. It's not a problem. 15 bamboo spearfighters. Again, 3 anti-tank suicide bombers. I've gone regular this time, but they might as well be inexperienced, so it gives me points to play with if I have to swap them 2 out. Anti-tank rifle team again, another pin, extra dice. Burma, you're allowed 2 medium machine guns, more pins. Burma, you're allowed 2 veterans, more pins. Where are my native irregulars again? So they can special deploy. A medium mortar, because you're allowed 2, so I've took 2, both with spotters. So you pin everything to death. You've got 2 chances, 2 different targets you can go for your mortars. You're allowed 2 Type 95 Kuraganes, so I've got 2 of them. More machine gun fire, mobile machine gun fire, more pins. And I've got a capture Stewart, and this one's all singing, all dancing. It's got recce, pintle mounted, everything, so it can pick out 4 different targets. So I could target 4 different things with that, different thing with that, different thing with that, different thing with them 2 guys, different thing with them 2, different thing with the anti-tank rifle team. Pick out something that's pinned to death with 1 mortar, pick out something that's pinned to death with the other mortar, and I can throw down a lot of firepower. Now, again, tank-wise, anti-tanks, bamboo spearfighters are good for that, and the suicide bombers are good for that. I think it's +8 pen, so you go near them, they'll just charge out at you and blow you to pieces. And I have 1 more list. Bear with me. Can't find where I put it. The tank platoon. So this is two reinforced platoons. I probably won't use this one because I kind of like the other 2 better. So if you're allowed a theatre selector, I'll be taking the Burma list, and if you're not allowed a theatre selector, I'll be taking the standard reinforced platoon. But anyway, this one you get 3 Envery Stewarts. 390 points. They are just basic. There's no recce and no pintle mounted, because you don't need them when there's 3 of them. Who cares if 1 dies? And then for a reinforced platoon, political officer with 1 guy, second lieutenant with 1 guy, bamboo spearfighters ×2, all with tank grenades, suicide bombers as normal, 1 mortar, 1 sniper, veteran, always take veteran snipers, 2 units cavalry. I will probably play with the points a little bit. That's 998. Yeah, what I'll probably do, play with the points a bit and see if I can't get that second lieutenant mounted so he can drag some cavalry along with him. So anyway, that's my 3 lists. So what I'm going to build first is Where is it? Not the Burma one. Sorry. I've been scribbling all over the place, coming up with different ideas. What I'm going to build first is this one. So if you, most tournaments will only let you take one reinforced platoon, and they won't let you take a theatre selector. So this will probably be my go-to one. But I think it's pretty powerful. Anyone that plays bolt action, get back to me. Let me know your thoughts. I know it's not a very friendly list. I will test it out at the club. There's a couple of people that play bolt action, so I will give them a good beating. Make myself ever more popular. But I can just, you know, I'm gonna buy a box of the IJA infantry, so I can just tone it down and have a bit of a friendlier list to play at the club. But yeah, I think this is quite a powerful bolt action arm list. So another thing to mention, because I've took the Kempetai political officer 15 points. I'd like to have another man room, but I just ain't got the points. So that if the bamboo spearmen, as soon as they take casualty because they're green, on a 5+, they will become regular. And then I roll it again, on a 5+, they will become veterans. So if you can get them up to vet status, really hard to kill. But even if I can just get them up to regular, I'll be happy. 14 of them, so they can soak up a bit of pain. And if I don't get them into a tank, it's not a problem. I'll charge them into any infantry unit. Doesn't really matter because they're fanatics, so they'll just stay there. And then if I can, I'll back them up with some cavalry. If they're hanging around in combat, next turn I'll just charge cavalry in as well to help them out. So I could kill small vehicles. The only thing I could struggle against is, you know, if somebody takes a load of heavy tanks, but that's what them suicide anti-tank bombers are for. You go near them and you get blown up. Right, so that's my list. That's the one I'm going to build first, is that one. Then I'll probably build a Burma list, because if you are allowed a theatre selector, I do like that Burma list, because you can have 2 mortars, 2 snipers. You can have 2 flamethrowers as well, so I might even drop something and try and get a couple of flamethrowers in. Just because I can. Why not, right? So I'm going to decide how I'm going to base these. This has gone on a bit now, so I'm not going to waffle too much more. So I've got to buy the IJA box anyway, so I've got a base for that dude. I'm going to finish these off today. And then I'm going to glue my Stuart together. And then I might place a little order to completely finish this army off. Anyway, I'll be interested in your thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you play bolt action, you'll know better. Thanks for sticking with me if you stuck me with this far. Hope everyone else's projects are going really well. Next up for me, I've got that. I'm going to do that British artillery. I painted all the guns, so I'm going to do all them together with that crew. There'll be some stills at the end as normal. So hope you're all well. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.